Hello and howdy. So today we will be doing a Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness randomizer. I'm thinking of turning this into a series, so I'm going to see how well this does. So let me explain some of the rules I set for this randomizer. All Pokemons are random. There are no duplicate Shadow Pokemons. Legendaries are allowed. Held items are random. So are overworld items, but not Pokemart items. And the reason because I've done a test run about this in the past. I've also done a playthrough in the past too, although not recorded. And if you I don't think there's an option to balance the rules for the Pokemart. I know that you can sometimes get a. It can make the game very broken. You get a Master Ball for free, and rare candies for free, and it becomes very broken very fast. Um, let's see, Pokespots are random, as well as the Pokemons you receive, and you can trade with whatever random Pokemons you receive at Pokestops. At least in theory, you should be able to. I actually haven't tested that out, so we'll see. Now, I love Pokemon XD, but I actually like Pokemon Coliseum better. So I'm playing XD because there's a few quality of life improvements, mostly with the Shadow moves. Not everything is a Shadow Rush. Uh, there's also double the amount of Pokemon to catch if you're not counting Pokestops in this game than there are in Pokemon Coliseum. But I actually do prefer Coliseum a lot more. With that being said, maybe I'll listen to this intro a little bit and then we begin. Okay, so let's start this. Let's see. It's going to say that it's a memory card slot. We're going to start a new game. This one I do not know what the Pokemon will be randomized to. And in the future, let me know if the volume's okay for you guys. I'm pretty new to this, so we will be starting new. And now my name's actually Michael, and I think canonically his name is Michael in this game too. But I feel like Michael's just out of place in a Pokemon game. I don't know, in Pokemon universe. We're gonna go with Miles, I think. See his the last and Coliseum, his name was canonically Res, which I actually preferred a lot better. I think that sounded a lot more in tune to I think that sounded a lot more in tune. So again, I have not seen this randomized yet. I did test one just about an hour ago to verify it works, so I have no idea what we're about to see. With that state, let's begin. I think Coliseum also had a better intro as well, but I love how XD shows you the boss Pokemon from the get-go, and this is like regional variants before regional variants ever came out, I guess you could say. So XD and Coliseum are way ahead of the game in terms of 3D gameplay and also a variant of Pokemon within the game itself. I also do think it's weird how that ship has a Pokeball as well as the opticals for those helicopters being Pokeballs. Does a Pokemon company have such a monopoly in this world that everything is just modeled after them? Do they make helicopter opticals? Do they make ships? I don't know. I think I just always thought it was funny. And here we go with our first bingo battle. I would say this is very different than the test one. The test one I had a Latios against a Houndoom, so now the Pokemon special and physical split are not in this, are not in here, and that's because I want to keep it more closer to the original. There's also an option where you can put in fairy types, but again, I want to keep this more to the original. Uh, okay, but it kept Latios's moveset, so I think originally this was supposed to be Salaman's moveset, and you're supposed to go against a Metagross, but I think it's a known bug where you begin with Salamence, but after that you should be... Actually, see, I hope this isn't an issue that's going forward. I guess Brick Break, since Snubbull is normal type in this game. And wow, we might lose this with a pitiful attack. Oh yeah, I don't see us I don't see us winning this. What is our stats? I didn't even check our stats because... Okay, so we actually have better attack, special attacks. We just absolutely, we're just not going to be able to beat this. Big Break is our best. We might be able to do a Dragon Dance and hopefully go... Just drag... Oh man, I kind of forget if it goes for special or physical. Okay, there we go. Now, Sludge Bomb is actually a physical move in this. But I don't think it's going to matter. I think we're going to lose next turn anyways. Let's at least see if we could have run if we started off with the Dragon Dance. No, we could not have. It's impossible. So if you want to know physical and special in these Gen 3 and sooner games, the best way is kind of think about evolutions, even up to Gen 9 or 10, whatever on now. If a Pokemon, if an evolution is whatever type it is, and it is special. So for instance, Flareon is fire, fire is special. Iceon, ice, or Glaceon, my bad. So I promise I know Pokemon names. Is special. There is no Poisey evolution as of now, so it is a physical. So that's a very easy way to kind of know. So, time of truth. Let us see what our Pokemon that we're starting off with. I kind of hope it's not a legendary because I don't want to be too OP, but I also hope it's not something like a Magic Carpet, but we shall see. And Magneton. Okay. At level 10 as well. Now, I did hear about how there would be an issue where your starting Pokemon starts off with EVs. I don't know, I think it's particularly with both Colosseum and XD, where you start off with Eevee's attack, but as you level up you gain whatever you're supposed to have, and future Pokemon should have the moves they're supposed to have. So this is a known glitch. I am on the latest update version for the randomizer for XD and Colosseum, so it seems like they still have not patched this. And let's go ahead and save right now while we are at it. We're going right there. So this one was played on a while ago, a long time ago, just to see. Way back in 2022, back when I did this, and I kind of just got busy with life. Now I'm pretty sure I was supposed to go and find your mother. I don't know, we did just lose, but then again we start off with a horrible start off. I'd be curious if those paintings behind, if those are actually real people. I wonder if someone's ever looked into those paintings behind Crane. Also, I do believe that originally Wes was supposed to be your, from Colosseum, I think he was supposed to be your original father, but they kind of wrote it out. I think they wanted to be more kid-friendly, which, mother can't afford to take time off right this instant, so please, honey, will you go find Jovi for me? No, I'd rather go be catching Pokemon. Oh, don't be so rebellious. Please, will you go find Jovi? I kind of hate when they give you an option of yes and no, and I think you have to click. There's obviously only one answer in the whole entire series, so I'm not sure why they even give you an option. Of a P star DA Pokemon Digital Assistant. Now, for some, before we get into actual Pokemon battles, you're going to see. Does this take my bedroom? I think my bedroom is upstairs actually. In terms of frame rates, I'm trying to keep this around 30 frames per second. I noticed that when I try to put this up to 60, I actually get, it seems worse gameplay when I try to put this up to 60 frames per second. So I'm trying to keep it around 30 and I hope it stays that way. It's been a long time since I played this, so I'm hoping I can find my bedroom. Is my bedroom outside? I guess it is. I swear there used to be a hallway around here that I swear you could take a hall to this section of the building. I didn't think you had to go outside. That's a pretty bad design, to be honest. You have to go outside just to go to the side of the building. So overworld items or randomized. So I don't know what it's going to be. Bad items are banned, but Pokemon CDs are allowed. Battle City 32, and there are 3 of them, so I might already regret this. I want to complete the CDs, and I also want to complete Battle Mountain. Crayon, if you're reading this email, then you must have obtained the PDA. Try out the mini features. By the way, Adon was playing hide and seek with Jovi. Why not have a chat with him? I don't remember it's upstairs. Maybe, I believe Adon's upstairs hiding under a table. Maybe I shouldn't skip this. If you guys want to read the lines out loud, let me know. I'm assuming that a huge majority of you watching this have already played this game. But I can go slow if you guys want to read it, or if you guys just simply, if you guys want me to roleplay the voices. Hi Miles, the lounge is noisy, so I'm going to see what the communication is about. The TV news just came on, so maybe something big happened. Let's go see Miles. I imagine that's what the scientist talks like. Wow, a Quackle sharp canine Pokemon disappeared without trace. Is that really possible? I'm finding it a little hard to swallow. That's what she said. Now, can't you... no, I thought there was someone down here that you could eventually battle. Now, I was thinking of adding another rule to this randomizer, which there aren't any as right now anyways, where I was curious if, oh, there should be a Pokeblock back here. I was curious if maybe I shouldn't be allowed to evolve Pokemon, so what I catch is what I get. Let me know if that's something you guys want me to try. Ice Hero, 2 of them. Okay, that could come in use. Ooh, that lag. Again, it seems when I try to go to 60 frames per second, it seems this gets even worse actually. Now, let's hope that we don't, if I'm going to save now, in hopes that we don't go against some ground on that just earthquakes us to hell. If that's the case, if I cannot defeat some, which actually this is going to be a ground on swords, but if I can't defeat, you know, if I accidentally soft lock myself in this, I might just have to start anew. Abilities are not randomized nor or moves. Great, who goes there? You must be a burglar. Chobin, or Chobin, will put you straight. Don't you move. Chobin is the name, and Chobin is the #1 assistant to Dr. Kaminoko. I might just stop reading, to be honest, I can't pronounce half the names. Chobin is the only assistant, so Chobin has to be the #1 assistant. Victory bell, huh? What does Victory Bell even have at level 5? It doesn't really matter because all I can do is tackle and bite, which I guess bite is my most powerful move at this point. Wow, that did way more than I thought, to be honest. Now, real quick, one thing you might notice is the models for the Pokemon in this. The models for Gen 3 look a lot better than the models for Gen 1 and 2 in this, and that's because they did not make models 1 and 2 from the ground up. They actually just imported them. Model 1 is from Pokemon Stadium, and Gen 2 is from Pokemon Stadium 2. So any Gen 1 Pokemon actually is getting their model imported from the N64 Stadium, the first game. Which means you technically have 3 different generations of Pokemon models in this game. Which I don't remember when Stadium came out, but I think it came out in 1998, possibly, maybe 1999. So this game, which I think came out in 2004, it may have been, is using 5-year-old models at this point. Supersonic, so yes, I am correct, it is trying to learn moves that it's supposed to learn. So yes, we would definitely change out Supersonic for a Talrip. Especially since I'm pretty sure Magneturn is a special attacker anyways. Or maybe the Eevee was supposed to learn Supersonic to begin with at level 11, but I don't think so. You make Corbin angry now. Even though Corbin lost, you're still not going past... Oh, Chobin. I keep saying Corbin. Chobin. Huh? Close observation reveals that the subject is a child. Ergo, the subject is not a burglar. That's not actually true. There can be plenty of burglar children. And we have crazy blue-haired child, who's naturally the sister of the red-haired boy. No. There's no hiding stuff from Jovi because Jovi knows. This big house is Dr. Kaminako's. Dr. Kaminako's job is to make incredible invention. There's a whole bunch of neat machines like they would have in the Pokemon HQ lab. You should come into, big brother. This place almost gives me Luigi Mansion vibes. And I'll show you the inventions of the inestimable Dr. Kaminako. The unhealthy sandals. contains a stub of lumpy knobs that fill to simulate every pressure point in a fabulous way. That fell to stimulate? Keeping on these and trying to guarantee painful feet and chronic worsening of your health. Think it is superlactive. I'm curious what his other inventions are. Power draining light bulb. At 10 times the usual light. You know, with modern day LED bulbs, actually 10 times still wouldn't be that bad. I don't think it's as bad as when fluorescent light bulbs were used back when the game came out. This actually would be a great invention if you want to, let's say, put it into your ex's home, you know, drain her electricity bill like crazy. Maybe you could somehow put it into a opposing businesses, increase the electric bill. They have to cut costs and such. I guess it could use a draining bulb. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to talk to just like that? It's a funny drawing. It's a really detailed drawing of a really weird machine. Oh, Jovi gets it. Jovi has to show you how to go home, right? Okay, that's what Jovi would do. Jovi would take you home. Mimi, let's go home with Big Brother. I kind of forgot that she had a minus, to be honest. Or is it even hers? Well, I guess it's on the product, so. Oh, no. Now, can I go back here? No, I can't. No, I can't. There's a big puzzle back with lots of items I was hoping I'd get early access to. I thought she was coming home already anyways. See, this building also has a big Pokeball on top of it, which makes me curious. Does the company who make Pokeballs, do they just have them not? Do they let anyone use a Pokeball with free will, or do they like charge people to use that Pokeball, or do they just happen to own everything that has a Pokeball on it? That's my question. And for anyone wondering, I'm using a Dolphin emulator on this, with a backbone controller. If anyone's wondering. Sorry, I was pausing something real quick. Is this Professor K? No, that's not. Oh, look, there's a hallway. That's what I thought. Where the heck is Professor Kane? Was he in the other section the whole time? Yeah, I'm guaranteed that I just ran past him. What is going on in this bed? What the heck? What does Jovi have to do to get him to lend Jovi those goofy glasses? Think, Jovi, think. His big brother Jovi's busy planning a meeting. If you're sleepy, you can use Jovi's bed. I actually never, this is my first time ever seeing that she actually went under the bed. I never knew that. Okay, I definitely missed him. He has to be in the... You can actually battle that guy at the end of the fence, by the way, if you don't know. Am I missing something? Yo, can you help me find out what Professor Kane is? This is not Professor Kane, is it? Where the heck is Professor Kane? He went downstairs just a little while ago. Professor Kane did. You didn't bump into him? No, I definitely did not. Yeah, okay. What was the whole point of that? Going upstairs just to be told to go back downstairs. Hi there, Miles. I've been waiting for you. I want to show you the snack machine. Has Aiden said anything to you about the snack machine? I don't know who Aiden is. Oh, I see, yes. We've named the special machine for catching Pokemon the snack machine. The two of us, Aiden and I, were developing it, and now it's finally finished. I'd like to begin testing immediately, Miles. Will you help us? Okay, step inside, please. It's an outrageous piece of work. After all, it's used to steal Pokemon from another training and battle. But we didn't make this to steal Pokemon indiscriminately from trainers. As you have shadow Pokemon, haven't you? Pokemon have been turned into fighting machines after having their hearts closed by artificial means. They're to be pitied. So, at the end of Coliseum, don't you destroy the person who's making all the shadow Pokemon? I honestly do not remember if this game relates to the past one in any ways in terms of the Cypher admins, I believe, who made the shadow Pokemon. I'm not sure if they actually relate to them. I know that Mayor D, I think his name is, the one who looks like Michael Jackson. I know that he is in this game, but I can't remember if he actually talks about any of the past admins. Now, I'm probably going to make this episode about an hour long, just because the tutorial for this is so long. Game Freak / Nintendo is famous for having a very long tutorial, and I don't think they got tutorials correct until Breath of the Wild, and even then after that, Game Freak has, and I understand it's not Game Freak, man, it's actually Snorter. With Pokemon in general, they just navigate tutorials, right? They just drag it on. I'm pretty sure this one's much longer than that of even Colosseum. Orre is actually based off of Arizona. Yeah. I'm not sure I'm supposed to say that at all. What? Do people actually even say that? What? Okay. Now, we're the only people with Pokemon who can say Professor Cane. Isn't a guy out here that's supposed... I'm pretty sure he's level 25 Pokemon. Oh, no, he's knocked out. I see. Let's see what we get ourselves into. Spy Naps. Now I love their design here. And it seems like Sneasel, which is actually one of the shadow Pokemon you get from Colosseum, but I don't know if you get in XD. I'm not as well versed with the Pokemon you get in XD. Which is kind of unfortunate because Sneasel actually sucks butt in these early generations. It's not until Generation 4 that it gets kind of good, but even then they have to give it an evolution because it sucks that much. Now, I'm pretty sure don't you have to trade Sneasel, you have to give an item to evolve into Weavile. I do not play with Weavile at all. But impossible evolutions are fixed in this game. Now again, let me know if you guys want me to play without evolving my Pokemon at all. I think that would make it fun, but it could make it, I think it would make it challenging as well. So I'm not too sure. I just in case you guys want to evolve Pokemon, I did fix impossible evolutions. So Pokemon that require day and night evolution, trading, they're completely fixed, so they will evolve. I think at level 30, I think is what it was. Also, any Pokemon past level 55 is forced to be its final evolution as well. This is to prevent some level 60 Magikarp or something. Aren't there only 2 police officers in this whole game anyways? Another thing is, I also think that the soundtrack for Colosseum was better than XD, but immediately I played Colosseum more than XD, so I could actually be mistaken about that. One of my favorite soundtracks for the Under, I think it was called, is actually removed. They completely got rid of that whole entire Under from here, and I'm not sure if they did that maybe because of spacing issues or something, or maybe they tried to make it again more children friendly. Man, I just now realized how much hair, in this case, Miles' mother has. Holy cow. Almost looks like Jupiter. So I got paused just looking at that. So we're going to check our Sneasel, and then we're going to end this. Let's see what our Sneasel looks like. Trap Steel type foes. Okay, that's... I don't know how useful that's going to be in here. Prevents loss of accuracy. I guess that's okay. I mean, these generations, especially Colosseum and XD, they're famous for just spamming Santa Attack and Smokescreen. So this could actually help. Shadow Blitz and Shadow Mist, which I think Shadow Blitz actually... Does that replace Shadow Rush? I think it does. I can't remember. So now remember, Shadow moves in his game mode actually physical and special split it. So this is the first game that implement a special and physical split to my knowledge. It's also the first game that you could catch Gen 4 Pokemons, which, because this is randomized, it's possible that we won't be able to get them, which would have been the Munchlax and Bonsly, but it's also theoretical that we will see them or catch them. Okay, and I think this is going to be a good place to end off. I'll get back to you guys, and I hope to see you guys very soon.